Small pumpkins are so much fun to grow. They're easy and productive, often yielding a dozen or more pumpkins per plant. Kids love them. The mini fruits can be used as autumn or Halloween decor, in crafting, or baked in pies and muffins. The fruits can be as small as a couple of inches across and have orange, white, or even bicolored rinds. Small pumpkins are those that weigh less than 4 pounds, with many small pumpkins being truly miniature and weighing less than a pound. Different varieties also have different growing habits. Some produce long vines, while others have semi-vining or bush-type plants. Small pumpkins are warm-season vegetables and should be direct-seeded a week or two after the risk of frost has passed in late spring and the soil has warmed to at least 65 F, 18C. Don't sow seeds if the spring weather is cold and damp, as the seeds can rot if planted in cold, wet soil. The best site to grow small pumpkins has at least 8 hours of direct sun each day and rich, fertile soil. In raised beds, sow the seeds along the edge of the bed so the plants can trail over the side. This prevents the vigorous pumpkin vines from crowding out the other plants in the bed. You can also grow small pumpkins up a trellis attached to the side of a raised bed or a tunnel erected in between raised beds. Pumpkins are traditionally grown on the ground where the plants take up a lot of space. Tiny pumpkins, however, can also be trellised or grown up fences, tunnels, and other vertical supports. This reduces the area needed to grow the vigorous plants, but there are other benefits to growing plants up: fewer insect and disease issues, better air circulation. Pumpkin plants are heavy feeders, and it's also important to ensure they have a steady supply of nutrients throughout the growing season. Pumpkins are ready to harvest once the fruits have reached the mature color indicated on the seed packet and the rind has hardened. Another indication is the plant. As the fruits mature, the leaves begin to die back and the stem dries. Bacterial wilt is a disease that occurs on cucumbers, melons, squash, and pumpkins. The first sign is often wilting of the leaves, which then spreads to the entire plant. Prevention begins with limiting cucumber beetles. Use floating row covers early in the season. If your pumpkins are affected by wilt, pull up and destroy the plants. Another potential disease is powdery mildew, a fungal disease that causes powdery white patches to form on the leaves. It's most prevalent when the days are hot and humid and can coat both the top and bottom surfaces of the leaves. A bad infestation can weaken plants and reduce yield. Reduce the occurrence of powdery mildew by choosing resistant varieties, spacing plants appropriately, and trying to avoid wetting the foliage when watering. If you can, water in the morning so leaves have time to dry off before evening. Common pests of small pumpkins include squash bugs, cucumber beetles, and squash vine borers. When the pumpkins are ready to pick, grab your hand pruners to cut them from the plant, leaving a stem at least 3 inches long. Don't try to pull or twist pumpkins from the plants, as this can damage the stem or the plant.